Flossie, how did you get out of the shed? Girl, it is too soon. I'm sorry, it is August. I understand, I get it. It's hot outside. You're getting a sunburn. We get it. I know, but listen, they're not ready yet. They're not ready to talk about Halloween. Maybe they might go for that. We can maybe try to do a compromise. Maybe we won't talk about Halloween just yet, but how about we talk about fall? Hey everybody, welcome to my home. My name is Becky. I'm so excited that you're here today. Sorry about that, but you know, this is a Halloween loving household and we are getting anxious and we're excited, but it's still August. Actually, it's August 1st today that I'm filming this, and it is time to start thinking about fall. Here in YouTube land, if you don't start your fall content soon, you're gonna get lost in the mix of everybody else. If you look and see what I've been watching over the last few weeks, it is going to be Halloween, fall, shop with me's, hauls, all the things to get me excited and get me pumped up for the months or the weeks to come. Also, because I decorate for Halloween so early, I have to start early for fall. And I don't want to skip it, I don't want to miss it because I do love it and I know you guys like it too. So today, we're not quite ready to start decorating, but today we're going to start thinking about it, talking about it, maybe doing a little preparing for it. I have a little haul here that I want to share with you, and I also have a DIY that I would like to do for the front porch. We're not going to actually do that today, but it will be included in this video. I've run out of time today. It's Thursday, of course, the day of all that I get to do all the things, but it's the last day of Vacation Bible School and I've got to finish that up before I can get back to normal life. So it's been a wonderful week. It's been an exciting week, but it has been an exhausting week. My house is a wreck. My plants are dying. My clothes have piled up. There's no groceries in the house. Poor David's been eating sausage and eggs all week. So it's time to get back to normal life, but it's always worth it. In the end, it is always worth it. If you've never volunteered for Vacation Bible School in your church, it's a blessing for sure. So back to fall, let's talk about that. I did take a little bit of footage today. I went on a little shopping trip today and I took a little bit of footage, not a lot. I went to Home Goods, I went to Beal's Outlet, I went to, where else did we go? I went to Burlington, but I think Home Goods is where I got the footage for you. I did not go too crazy in there with the camera because I felt like there's a lot out there to see. There's a lot of videos out there already, the ones I've been watching. If you want to know what's out there, there's already plenty of that content out there to see, and you don't need mine. But I did pick out a few things that I thought were different, that I had not seen before, that I just thought was really special. And I'm gonna let you watch that real quick, and then when you come back, I'll show you a haul that I have collected over the last few weeks of fall items. I really, really like the mushroom pieces that are out right now. They are just the colors that I normally decorate with. The thing that I love about fall and shopping during this time of the year is because this is actually when I'm able to find things for my home for all year. So the sunflowers are out, the oranges are out, the yellows are out. This is when I get dish towels, regular towels, florals. I'm usually able to find table runners, blankets, sometimes pillows, just with the colors that I use all throughout the year. So I try to stock up on them now while they're readily available, because chances are we're not going to find these things during the spring and the summer and the winter. So I always like to look for these things during the fall and use just for every day in my home. I saw a lot of beautiful things in the store that I would love to bring home and display in my home. But if we're being completely honest, I don't buy that much fall. I love bringing home fall florals. In my opinion, that's where I get the most bang for my buck and I get the biggest impact. Last year I went to Dollar Tree and I got a lot of stems that they had. They were new last year, and I brought them home and I made the most beautiful spray over my mantle. I'll put a picture right here if you did not watch that video. Here's what it looked like, but you can always go back and watch that. It's on my playlist. And I think that that's the biggest impact for me, is by using florals and a few pumpkins. I do love all the little tchotchkes and the little, I actually even have a small collection of squirrels that I like to display, and I love them. But I just don't go out and buy all of that type of stuff for fall like I do for Halloween. I did find a couple of things though that I want to share with you. So we're going to start with the old standby, which is Hobby Lobby. And I saw these guys when they first put them out, but they had not put them at 40% off yet. So I waited ever so patiently and I waited for them to go on sale, and then I went back and I got them. Now these are going to go in my front yard. I got the boy and the girl, and they are adorable. Aren't they cute? I can't get them all in the shot, but I think you've probably seen these. If you are anybody who's ever been to Hobby Lobby, you've seen these guys. They were originally $23.99 each, and they were 40% off. So that was the first purchase that I made this year for fall. And then, let me put these down gently so I don't break anything. Then I went to the Dollar Tree and I got, let me grab them. I got these. Now these aren't quite as elaborate and big as the others, but for $1.25, they are adorable, and they're gonna go in my front yard as well. I wanted to get the big pumpkins at Hobby Lobby, but I talked myself out of it because I just did. I wanted to be careful this year about how much I spent, because at the end of the season, when I look back, I always feel a little ashamed about how much I've spent on decor. So I'm trying to be careful this year, and I thought these were just a great price and would be the cutest little addition to my front yard. And then the other thing that I got at the Dollar Tree, I told you I love the squirrels. Well, also I love the acorns. I like to decorate with them. So I found these stems, and I got all that they had in this shade of brown. They had different shades of brown, like maybe more yellow tone, more red toned. But these were my favorite, and I got a whole bag of them. I'm not sure how many I got, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 or 6 of them, I think, for $1.25 from the Dollar Tree. So get them while they last, you guys, because they're not gonna last very long. The next thing I did is I went to Home Goods. Let me move this around just a little bit. I went to Home Goods. I love amber glass. I love glass. I collect glass. It's my thing. And what more perfect thing to add to my home than an amber glass pumpkin? So I got 2 this year. This is the first one, and it's just gonna match perfectly with all of my normal decor. So I don't have to take everything down. I'll keep it up. It was $14.99. It doesn't light up, but I think it's gonna be beautiful nonetheless. It's just a pretty piece. The second pumpkin that I got looks like this, and this one does light up. I don't have batteries in it yet, but you can kind of picture how beautiful it's going to be. It's got a gold stem here, and it was $16.99. And let me show you the two together so you can kind of get my vision. How beautiful is that going to be sitting up somewhere on a display? And then the final thing that I got, I'm not exactly sure we can consider this fall or just, it was just something I wanted, I wanted. I was watching a fellow YouTuber do some thrifting, and she actually does do some reselling as well. It's Carol with My Blessed Nest, and she found these cute little owls, and I bought them from her. Let me get my hands on them. Now, I don't know where I'm gonna put them. We got the mama and the daddy, and then we got two cute little babies here. Let me get them turned around for you. I'm sure you guys all recognize these from back in the maybe 70s, I'm not sure, but I love them. I think they're adorable. I love their big eyes. They look like fall, they scream fall, and maybe we'll use them for fall. Maybe we'll just find a place, you know, to live forever in our home. I'm not sure, but if you guys follow Carol with My Blessed Nest, she does thrifting, she does hauls, and then she does some reselling. So that's where these came from, and that's all I've gotten so far. If I get anything else, I'll certainly share it with you. I really did not need to go out and buy any new fall decor. I have quite a bit in my collection already, but it's always fun to go out and do a little shopping, and it's fun to smell the smells and just to see the colors and get excited. It gets you excited to come home and decorate. So every now and then we could add something new. It's not a big deal, but I do have quite a bit. I still decorate with the same decor that I had from when David and I first got married. I have a few pieces that's about probably 15, 16 years old that I use every year, but I try to change it up in the house and put it in different spots so it's not the same thing every year. So you can always do that. You can always use your old standby decor that's still beautiful, just change it up where you put it in the house. All right, well, I'm gonna stop for today because I've got to get my house cleaned up. I'll be back probably Saturday, and we'll start talking about the DIY for the front porch. Fast forward to August the 8th. This is the first chance that I have had to film this DIY. I'm really sorry. We are in the, I guess, the remnants or aftermath. I think it's kind of trying to clear up of Tropical Storm Debbie. I think she's a tropical storm. She was a hurricane, then she got down. I don't know what she is. She was just a long lingering rainer is what she was. So I had yesterday off. I did a video yesterday, but it was for the Adventures in Wedding Planning vlog. So I've got that going on in the background. Today is Thursday, so as soon as I get this uploaded, or as soon as I get this filmed, it's gonna get uploaded, so you're seeing me in real time today, guys. So what we wanna do is, we've got this tomato trellis, tomato cage, and I'm sorry it's dark in here. The sun has not come out yet. This is the best I can do. I apologize. The tomato cages are kind of few and hard to find right now because the season is kind of over. This one is way too large for what I need, but it was all I could find. It was at Hobby Lobby for $5. I've got a little zip tie, and I'm going to close in the top. This is not my idea. I did get this idea off of social media somewhere. I've seen it a few times, so I don't know exactly who started it, but I know we've all seen the DIYs with the tomato cages, and there's lots out there, but this one kind of stood out a little bit because they just added a little bit more to it that to me just made it a little more upscale, leveled it up a little bit. The next thing that I have, this is just a bucket that I have had for years and years. It just so happens, it just so happens to fit perfectly. This fits perfectly on top of that, so I'm gonna do that real quick. But ideally, I probably should put like some rocks or a block or something in here, and I probably, ooh, that's a terrible sound. I am sorry. That was an awful sound. Let me do that off camera. So what I was saying is, ideally I need to put a weight in here, something to hold that down so the wind doesn't blow it over. I actually have a little dumbbell outside. I have 2 of these buckets, and the other one's being used for my bee tree right now. So when I take it out there and I do everything, I change everything around, we'll put the weight in there. I'll just kind of have to reach through and drop it off. All right, so the next thing that we're gonna add is some fall leaves. Now, these came from Hobby Lobby. They are new. I do have some of these already, but I didn't really want to dig in my fall boxes just yet. I'm not quite prepared for that. So I just picked these up. They were 40% off of $10.99. So for this project, if it makes the impact that I hope it does, it'll be all right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to start from the top and wrap this around. I have 2 of them. Did I tell you that I have 2 of them? I also have these 2 bags that I picked up at the Goodwill the other day that I can use as filler as well. So I'm just gonna go to town and wrap this around, and then if I need to, just use some of these zip ties. What are these called? They're not zip ties. They're not zip lines. They're cable ties. I'll just use some of these to secure it if I have to. Well, that was a nice surprise. I don't know if you could tell or not when I was opening things because it was in such fast motion. But when I opened these 99-cent red leaves, which came from Goodwill, by the way, there were 2 garlands in there. So that was a great surprise. The next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and add my lights because I want to do like the final touch at the end, and I want the lights to go ahead and be in there. So I'm going to add those real quick. Some of the leaves are still a little wrinkly, and I think it's because especially the red ones, they were in that bag for so long. Hopefully now that I've got it all out, it'll give it a chance to kind of open up a little bit and maybe get some of the wrinkles out. But I got the lights in there, I just don't have them turned on because I feel like you can see better without the lights on. The thing that I thought when I saw the video on, I don't even know if it was Instagram or TikTok or something like that, the thing that to me made it kind of level up a little bit was that they took little stems and they stuck in later afterwards. Now the video showed stems like this, and I did buy these. They were, hold on, I can't see, $2.99 each with 40% off. These more, I guess, elevated leaves that's what they used in the video, and it kind of like, oh look, it's a little pop of color. Well, I wasn't considering the fact that the second set of leaves that I was using were already red, so these kind of get lost in there when you put them in. If you are close enough, you can see the texture and you can see that it, makes a difference. But honestly, it's not going to make a difference, and I may take these back. I did go out to my shed. I braved my 12-mile-high pile of boxes out there, and I found these. They were in a clear box, so I was able to find them pretty quickly. These are from Hobby Lobby as well, but they've got more of the orange and the red. So I'm just going to kind of tuck them in and add a little more orange to my tree. That way it's not mostly red, and you've got a good mixture of both. So in the end, it didn't really give me the ta-da that I wanted, but it's gonna be pretty. And I wanted a fall tree out there. Last year, as I was doing my little video for the porch, I remember I kept saying, I wish I had a fall tree in this corner. I think it would be so pretty. Now this will have to be set up on top of my bench, but it's pretty big. I mean, look how tall that is. It's gonna make a big impact. So I have roughly $10, $11, $12 in leaves, especially since those are going back and these were I already own them. And then $5 in the little tomato cage, so $17. It's gonna make a big impact. I think that's a pretty good price for what I wanted to add to the porch. I'm gonna finish putting these in. I'm gonna light it up and I'm gonna let you see what it looks like. As I'm putting these up, I also want to add this in real quick as well. In the video that I watched, they had their garland tied pretty tightly. They probably bought a better quality garland than what I have, and they probably bought more than just 2 little stems. So mine is kind of loose. You can still see some bare spots. I really don't care about that, honestly, but what they did was when they tucked those little leaves in, they kind of stayed. These are not going to do that, so all you have to do is just bend the little stems and wrap it around the wire, and it holds it pretty well. It's not going anywhere. All right, so there's what it looks like all lit up, and honestly, I went ahead and I poked in those dark red bushes, and when you light it up, they kind of stick out, don't they? They kind of like make a big difference. I only bought 5 of them because I wasn't sure, and I knew you would really only be seeing one corner of the tree. They're actually more of an impact than what I thought they would be. I'll take you up close and let you kind of see, because from your distance, it's gorgeous. You can kind of see the holes as you get closer, but like I said, I don't care about that. This is going to be beautiful on my porch. I cannot wait. And with the little scarecrows out, it's going to be so cute. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. All right, let me show you a close up, and then we're gonna say goodbye. All right, so from the bottom up, here we go. Now this part right here obviously is not ideal, but I had to use, this is all that I could find. This cage was entirely too big, but it just fit over it perfectly. Once I put that weight in there, it'll be fine, and I don't think it'll topple over. And so we're just kind of coming up, and you won't be able to see that from the road. So we're coming up. Here's one of those red stems, and you can kind of see there's some space in here. It's not perfect. It is a jumbled mess. You just kind of have to play with it and zhuzh it up a little bit. Here's another one. Here's another one. And then I got this one at the top. Now, when I wrapped my, I probably need something up there, but when I wrapped my lights, I had a little bit left, and I just let it hang down in the middle to kind of illuminate from the inside out. And I think that worked out perfect. So this is the front side with the little red stems. And then this is without. Let me come over here so you can kind of see. So I kind of think it does make a big impact. I like it. I think I'm going to keep them. I have to take the tags off of them and tie them in a little more securely. So yeah, they make a big impact. I like them. I think I made a good choice. All right, we are done with our first fall DIY project of 2024. We've done our 2024 fall haul. Now it's time for the fun to begin. Well, in the next few weeks, not now, but coming very, very soon. All right, everybody, that's all that I have for you for today. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes of your day to spend with me. It means the whole world. As always, until next time, I love you all, and I'll see you later. Bye.